Hello everyone and welcome to this, once again, Tuesday stream with more Pew Pew Bang Bang. But this time not Battlefield, this time it is actually xDefiant. I mean, should I say it xDefiant because it's actually xDefiant. Well, it was the original name. Then they changed it. So this game has actually come quite a long way. So first this was supposed to be a Tom Clancy game, and they scrapped that. To just make it an Ubisoft game. And, you know, then it kind of became the Ubisoft game. Basically it became Ubisoft's Dota, but not in the sense that it's, you know, the characters XD defeat. Hello Daisuva. Welcome. Yeah, so basically, the most interesting part about this is that they went and were like, okay, we're adding the factions from the games. So you have the cleaners from, how's it called again? The first, the Division game. Interestingly, that an NPC faction made it in there. But I guess they wanted to have a faction that has flamethrowers. So yeah, the thing is basically it's just fire. They have incendiary bullets, they have fire bombs, they have drones, flamethrowers. It's just, yeah, it's the fire faction. Still, you know, that's fine. Then you have the Phantoms. From, yeah, Tom Clancy. Yeah, you can see it. It's from Tom Clancy's The Division. We have from Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Phantom. Yeah, so the Phantoms are in there. Okay, who the fuck remembers Ghost Recon Phantoms, actually? So, just so you know, there was this small game called Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier. That was way before they did the whole co-op game, or co-op open world game reading. And they made a spin-off game, because the Phantoms were a faction there, which was a free-to-play shooter back in the day. Quite ironic, actually. Called Ghost Recon Phantoms. So, surprised that, you know, Ghost Recon isn't in here, but the Phantoms are here. I take it. Their thing is more like, you know, you have very high-tech gadgets, you know, compared to, you know, throwing around just fire in every form. They have plasma shields, electromagnetic barriers, tactical shields, health increased by a tailored gene therapies. Yeah, okay, you know what? These are basic, again, a future faction, but it's their thing. You know, you can have it. I don't know if they're honestly unsure. Yeah, we're definitely going to play with Gorgon, with the cleaners. Can't play with. Oh. So it's basically, you know, characters inside of the faction, which is, let me put it like this. Considering how much overbearing characters and skins there are nowadays in video games, this is actually kind of refreshing to have clear, you know, factions. Then you have Libertad from Far Cry 6. Actually cool to see. Again, I'm not really that heavy on... I'm not that interested in Far Cry 6, but... honestly, it's still cool to see, you know, Caribbean guerrilla force. That's just rare in video games, and I mean, they can pull from a lot of Far Cry factions. It's gonna be interesting if they just have the mercenaries and slavers from Far Cry 2, but they could do that. Their thing is basically, so after we have nanotechnology and tailored genes, they have basically Caribbean healing vapors and high spirits. Like, literally, they're just like, yes, we're fighting for freedom, so everyone around them just gets healed because they're just so pumped up fighting for freedom. You know, this game takes it a bit loose, I guess, but, you know, it's fine. We have Accolon from Splinter Cell. I mean, Splinter Cell. Can we just talk about how this is like from old older Ghost Recon and Splinter Cell, like the most representation it has so far. Anyway, yeah, there's Splinter Cell, as you can probably guess. They're basically the stealthers. Makes sense. And then you have DedSec, which they hack shit, and you have to unlock them. It's cool. Hey Voxel Cat, how are you doing? Welcome. I guess you can say there's the typical battle pass, but I mean, it's a free-to-play game, so shouldn't be like too much, oh hey, again, it's free-to-play. And seems like you can get everything again? Let me just look how much they cost. I guess you get 100 coins again, so you can probably get... Oh, it's just up to 50. Oh well. Let's see how this goes forward. And also, if you can see here, as you can see here, you have custom loadouts. So this is... If you're now wondering, wait, is this a Call of Duty clone? Yes. This is literally made by xDefiant devs. As you can see, you basically have a bunch of stocks, rails, barrels, all the stuff you would have from a Call of Duty game. Yeah, it's basically mixed, you know, Call of Duty, you know, weapon customization, with some light Overwatch on one hand, and then you're probably being like, wait, so does this mean there is, there's actually a payload mode? Yes. That is ironically the reason why I was interested in this game in the first place, and actually played, together with Daisuva, some of the first playtests. Because, well, it's kind of interesting, you know? I've never had anyone with this much... I've never seen someone, you know, with this budget to just go and be like, oh yeah, we're making a... we're just making a Call of Duty clone, basically. And then we throw some Overwatch stuff in there. And you're like, okay. Surprise? But that's that. So yeah, Daisuva, do you want to join maybe? Or just, you know, lurking in the chat? Honestly, kind of wished as an, you know, early alpha tester I would have gotten something, but the game's out. It's still kind of interesting that they tested it for so long. Right, you know what, let's just jump in. What is ranked mode? Yeah, but is it 4v4? Is it payload? Because if it's not payload, I'm not interested. I said if it's not payload, I'm not interested. Oh, I fumbled that, didn't I? So yeah. How's everyone's day going? Anyone else got their mansion destroyed by angry people? Being angry at numbers? Even though you yourself are not angry? What the hell happened here? Game closed. Does Blahash help me? Blahash does give me emotional support, and so yes, I hope I can land all the frags. So... I just want to... So yeah, Blahash is definitely there. Crossplay bot does use input-based matchmaking. Yeah, that makes sense actually. That's not bad. Okay. Please don't tell me matchmaking is fucked. Also, by the way, sorry for the delayed stream. There was a pizza error, so because we all had pizza today, and then basically the guy forgot to pay to get the EC reader, and then the EC reader didn't work. So you're like, oh. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're wondering, basically you have domination, you have hardpoint, you have kill confirmed, and well, basically variations on payload, so yeah, it's very much Call of Duty with a bit of Overwatch in there. But again, I guess that's fine. This is kind of the game that a lot of people probably wanted, but never knew they wanted. But yeah. Big pizza problem today. So, and because the damn thing didn't work. Oh, now it works. Finally. The land of the cash. I mean, considering everything got flooded. Let's go! Woo! Yeah, hey, hello. Audio and voice chat. Voice chat should be off. I do not want anyone. Fuck this. What's Midway? I don't know Midway. I vote for Zoo. Why Zoo? I suppose you probably lived a bit higher up, so not as bad with the flooding.
Sign me up.
Stop to the enemy's little smuggling operation.
Oh, everyone is playing Libertad.
Do whatever it takes to keep the enemy from escorting their package to the delivery zone.
Yeah, that's probably just because no one has unlocked stuff yet. God. Whew. At least killed someone before I died. That's something. But yeah. Oh yeah, so far my day has been people angrily screaming at me in my Twitter mentions because I dared to post a number.
They're almost to the checkpoint.
Ooh, MP7. Get on here. But yeah, as you can see with even the UI.
Critical. Opening a caterpillar.
There we go. No text print though, so
Changing mags. Breath.
The enemy passed the checkpoint. Set up your sabotage.
I'm in bad shape. Changing mags. Reloading.
hey.
The enemy can push their baggage if they're dead. It's guerrilla logic.
Yeah. Very angry people now today. So I don't know when I get a faction in that can revive. Actually, that would change the whole dynamic of this mode. But honestly, it is rare to see to have a game that actually has, you know, this kind of, you know, base gameplay doing payloads. I mean, you have partially like it in
The enemy is creeping up on the checkpoint.
Call of Duty, but not as clean, you know? Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, here's this one section.
Enemy cleared another checkpoint.
Whoop, get into the next section. Do something else. Okay.
I'm in bad shape. The wind at our back.
Ho ho! Ultra's ready!
Whew, hectic.
Fight without fear.
If it wasn't two, I would have won that. Fuck.
Package is retreating!
Nice.
Condition. Critical.
Honestly feels more balanced. Like, God. I remember when Libertad was introduced, and I mean, hell, they will probably keep being the most played faction simply because, you know, you heal with them. That's just really useful. Might iron out if you have, you know, a bit of a team. You can be like, oh hey, someone, you heal, someone heals, and the other one is like more.
Enemy spy activated sonar tunnel! Had that back when I was KGB.
And look at the robot dogs dancing.
Go on the attack!
It's kinda
Onward
cute.
with the package!
Okay, let's see. Firebomb. I mean, I could use healing, but the spider bots were evil back when, you know. Let's keep healing. You know what? That's the thing. Suddenly, when a game has some
They made it to the delivery
rush to it,
now we need to do the same.
I stop talking because else this happens. You should always look into that door. I mean, just so you know, I played this map a lot. This was probably one of the first maps they really finished. It was a bit more open in the beginning though.
We have the wind at our backs.
Changing mags.
So
Changing mags.
Package is almost to the checkpoint. Okay, that's enough lives for your
I'm
cause.
dying here.
Now you take some.
yeah, I mean you unlock different character models apparently when you keep playing, so oh, time to keep playing.
Flash out.
We will. And then to the hereafter. Good kill.
Changing mags.
Opening a can of healers. Engaging camo.
Don't on the line.
Every breath. Swapping mags. Cover me.
Closing on the checkpoint.
Dun, 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 dun.
Another checkpoint back.
Nice. 7 minutes.
Just keep pushing the package.
Honestly, this is the stuff I really love. I'm honestly kind of sad that, you know, aside from Overwatch, basically clones, people, they just don't attempt payload game modes anymore. And like, yeah, I know this also has Call of Duty tagged onto it, you know, more Call of Duty like arena modes.
We're almost to the progress point and victory.
God damn it. It's just, you know, it's sad. Like, holy shit.
You did what we came here to do.
They got smashed. Yes. So, let's keep up the good streak, I suppose. I can level the MP5. You know what? There's probably this is one thing where I'm always a bit pissed. So, as you probably noticed, as an Blahash support only for horror games there. Ironically, I usually just put it on when I do single player stuff, but Blahash also supports me when I shoot my way through the horrors of, I don't know, you know, a payload mode. It's just, you know, it's just you know, emotional support. Sometimes you just need a backup. And again, if I want to ask, you want to join? Squad up? be in the lobby. You don't need to talk, just, you know, if you want to. Ah. Shut up. That was pushed onto me by you people. I didn't ask to be collared. You just all went like, oh no, you totally want to. Bah. Bah. Now I have a choker on. And the silly lock. But yeah, this is what I kind of hate is the fact that, you know, payload modes just get overlooked. And like, the irony is, you know, as you probably know, I like Battlefield. And I keep saying, you know, Battlefield payload mode, people would love that. And then in the current title, someone used, you know, the Portal editor they hack dropped the payload mode in. People love the payload mode. They were, you know, even featured as, you know, oh hey, this was made by the community, and everyone was like, hey, this is cool. So they never sat down and made like a payload mode. Like, they have a robot dog in game, they have an animation rig, they could have made it. It's just, why? It's just weird. Oof. Of course you want to. I mean, here's the thing, okay? I maybe have like chokers at home, but it's not that I want to be collared. That's what everyone says. What about a game in a kind of near futuristic genre with characters and payload? Don't break my heart over Dirty Bomb again. You know that I love Dirty Bomb, and I'm still pissed that it's dead. God, Dirty Bomb was so good. Seriously, this is probably the one reason why I'm actually kind of interested in a Ubisoft title again, because this is the closest thing to an updated Dirty Bomb we will ever get. And right now, it's good. It has, you know, it has interesting maps, it has interesting ideas for maps. I love that the factions are, you know, I mean, yeah, the factions are basically pulled from the Ubisoft titles, but they have character. There's stuff going on. 300 players per day, that's still solid. Then again, Quake Live really didn't that well, huh? Let's heal some more.
Escort. We're pushing some iffy goods, eh? Doesn't every guerrilla's DNA?
Coney Island. Where the fuck did I hear Coney Island? Coney. Also, just damn, they made some really creative stuff, and I like that. Looks good.
Push the package to the delivery zone. The other side thinks they can stop you. Let them try.
Honestly, I love maps that are set in. So I love two types of design, like being set in an amusement park, cool shit. But also like set in a movie studio, also good shit. I think this game has both. I kind of wish they would do something. Honestly, yeah, that's I have to say though, I feel like xDefiant really feels a lot better design. I think the 2 years were not for nothing, which is good. God, I love that.
Package is almost to the checkpoint. Checkpoint cleared. We win.
Yeah, I kind kind of wish Battlefield would do something like that. You know, just like sometimes like putting out a map in an amusement park. Something like that, you know.
Nothing cleans like burning. Got that napalm we requested.
Fuck. Also, I feel like the time to kill got a bit more up, so yeah, it feels way better balanced. I mean, yeah, sure, the sniper rifles are still the sniper rifles, but wait, did I? Just unlock. Ooh. Yeah, let me play a bit more with the preset. But then P90 time, everyone. You know, at least that isn't a Battlefield, even though they apparently didn't plan on having one of the best.
Just keep pushing the package.
Okay, I shouldn't say. I mean, the sad part is that Overwatch really made
Okay, that's enough lives for your cause.
I think the sad part is that Overwatch really patched itself to be way more, you know, competitive focused. Like, sure, some people are like, oh, but that made the game better. But here's the thing. The reason people really loved Overwatch back in the day when it launched was the fact that a lot of the game was balanced around trash damage. So, you know, you got damage by, you know, randomly shooting, but also you healed a bunch. Yeah. And they basically reversed all of the balance in Overwatch to be about, you know, you have to do precise hits. Oh, there were people that claimed it got better, and there are so people now that say, oh hey, actually Overwatch 2 is really good right now, and it's like, I'm sorry. So for me it's like, you know what, I want to play a payload game with some tight gameplay. This is currently it. Like, just I have to say yes. To a big degree, this is still a game where, as you can probably see, you have to be good at. It is still very much, you know, it needs some reflexes. This is why I keep saying, you know, one of the best games for new players if you want to play in a first-person shooter with your friends is Battlefield. Because you don't need to shoot. I know people are like, what? But what's the point in that? Hell, it's a team game. If you can heal, and you can heal a lot, you're still doing good work. How the fuck did they do barely damage to the person? Hell? Oh, is that the spawn?
Nothing cleans like burning.
Yeah, I think the best example is Farah. You know, Farah was before just, oh hey, you kind of played like Quake. And then they made it so that you had to be insanely precise with how you hit your targets. Else you don't damage, which is like, you did splash damage. That was the point of the Quake thing. Yeah, Overwatch is, I can totally agree, I can totally understand why, you know, people didn't want to play it anymore. It just patched itself into the, you know, I want to say the biggest corner, but like the corner is there, you know.
Package is going the wrong way, compadre. Cuidado, an enemy spy is skulking around with their goggles on.
But now online people claim, but okay, you know what? Online people claim a lot of stuff. It is one of those things where clearly a bunch of people, again, don't want to admit that. Maybe shit isn't as good right now. That is one hell of a choke point you have to
Now
go
you're on
through.
defense. Send the enemy's package back.
Yeah, that is definitely very sad. Oh, what? After this round, we can probably change the cleaners and see, look at some of the other weapon stuff. You know what? That's a bulky P90. That is an insanely bulky P90.
If the enemy passes our progress point, they win. So don't let them.
I feel stupid. But yeah.
The hereafter.
Swapping mags, cover me.
They're almost to the checkpoint. Okay, that's enough lives for your cause. Now you take some. The enemy passed the checkpoint. Set up your sabotage.
Okay, can I say one thing? Damn it. I feel like the MP5, the P90 is a lot better than the P5. I think that was reversed before. You know what? Observing fanboys is kind
Bad
of
guys are
wild.
almost at our progress point.
Like,
Regroup.
they really cannot grasp.
Open the caterpillar.
Yeah, they're farther than we are. So, happy dog. This is the
Not whether
moonwalk.
you win or lose, compadre. Although you did lose.
Just 3 people left. Really? 3? God damn it. But yeah, observing fanboys is kinda wild because it is absurd to, you know, observe how relentless some of them are in, you know, even denying the smallest amount of thing that, you know, wasn't even meant to be bad or evil. It's just, it is insane. Oh, hello Claire, how are you doing? It's going well. I have a payload game with, you know, class movement and gameplay from Call of Duty with some light, you know, Overwatch class system thrown on there. I'm having the time of my life. This is, you know, here's the thing. Is it the perfect game? No. For me, no. I would wish, you know, fucking Battlefield would actually sit down, use their 3-gadget class system that they kind of develop now and make an actual payload mode. But this right now is the closest I'm currently being to having an MP game I like. That is like just my fucking jam. It's like new version of Dirty Bomb. I'm sad that Dirty Bomb died again. Fuck. Sorry, Dirty Bomb. You even played... Agonia played Dirty Bomb. Agonia played Dirty Bomb and she liked it. Dirty Bomb was fucking good. I mean, yeah, you played literally Mr. Katana, stealth, run up to people, kill them, but you fucking loved playing that. Ironically, Dirty Bomb was also a game we both played in alpha, with blocked out maps and all. But yeah, as you can see, basically you have... what I really love is it's basically the Overwatch... It's not only Overwatch, it's kind of like the Dota... Dota Heroes of the Storm Overwatch from Ubisoft. You have cleaners from The Division. You have the Phantoms from, ironically, Ghost Recon Phantoms, you know, the other free-to-play game they can't. Libertad from Far Cry 6, Echelon from Splinter Cell, and DeadSec from Watch Dogs 2. And, you know, others will come, you know, down the line. But, like, you know what I love? I said this before. This isn't just taking a character straight from the game. It's saying, this is a faction. We keep everything, you know, build around that faction and make individual characters in that. But, you know, the cleaners have a consistent art style. So, you know, when you, see someone with fire. The Phantoms have a consistent art style. So you see when someone has plasma barriers. Shit like that. It's actually pretty good. I like that. But yeah, otherwise, I think you heard it. The Gamers TM are at it again and are destroying my mentions with basically trying to deflect the fact that Microsoft fucked up. And like, I think the funniest part is that people called me vile and the toxic reason, the reason why gaming is toxic. I'm like, how the fuck am I that? Like, you are currently trying to shield a gigantic corporation. The fuck do you have in this game? Ironically, the best thing people could do is, here's the thing. Either the claims are right. Everyone is just playing it on Game Pass. It is fine, wonderful. The player numbers are gigantic. Phil Spencer will love them, yada yada yada. Then why the fuck do you need to defend the game on Twitter? For a person that has roughly 600 followers at best. Just like... Again, if everything is fine like a bunch of people claim, why the fuck do you need to defend it on Twitter? If you're saying, everyone is playing on Game Pass, then why the fuck do you need to defend it on Twitter? No, that's Microsoft axing developers because they forgot what they actually made. Oh boy, yeah, it's like... You know what I find the funniest thing when they say, it's an Xbox game, obviously no one wants to play it on PC. So here's the thing. Just because giant corporation buys a studio and IP doesn't magically make it associative with a platform. Like, it doesn't. And you're like, oh, but you would only say it there. No, you know where that happened also? Bayonetta. Yes, Nintendo did fund the 2 games. One was good, one was ass. But the thing is, Bayonetta 2 didn't sell for one simple reason. Everyone bought and played Bayonetta on the PS3 and Xbox 360, mostly PS3. A lot of them then bought it on PC, obviously. And then no one no one wanted to buy it for the Wii U. Sure, when the Switch came out, a bunch of people then dipped in again. But like, who do you know that owns Bayonetta 2 on the on the Wii U? Except me. You can't say me. You need to say other people. That's the rule. And that's why they put out the pre-release statement that reads like a last will and testament. It really reads like that. It is fucking bleak, yeah. I mean, you know what? That's pretty. I mean, literally, people. I think, ironically, people blasted David Goldfarb because he said like look at the production quality, and then people are like, but the game is bad. It's like, listen, they put basically everything into the graphics because that's what they had, and yes, the graphics are really impressive. I mean, it is a very linear short game, so. But like, no way this will actually get the money back. I think the funniest bit is that I can, kind of separate all the people being angry into
Backing you up.
Roughly 3 categories. So like the 3 defenses I'm currently seeing are either it's on Game Pass, which is like, no shit, Sherlock, this is why people are concerned if player numbers are this low. If they are this low. And you know what? I'm checking again. At the time I'll say, okay, you know what? It was like an hour ago or so around 3,900, so they almost breached 4,000. It's down to 2,300 again. So that's fucking Steam, you know? I mean, honestly, not much where they could have gone with that, but still LMAO, I say. Still massive LMAO, I'd say. Are you for real? The supernatural elements are just real? I mean, Jesus. Are they still claiming to be about psychosis, though? The fuck? Oh. It's kind of wild that they, so the first game. So the bad thing is, in the first game it ended with basically, oh hey, the thing you believe is it's just in your head. You just need to stop believing in it and you're fine. Which is bad. By the way, Senua being like a pastiche of so many, mental problems that usually don't manifest all at once like this is also bad. Like, I know there are a lot of, neurotypical people that don't have, any problems or such, that, say, oh, but it's still great they tackled the problem. Here's the thing. If you tackle mental illness in a bad way, that only, people who don't have mental illness will be like, oh, this looks great, you shouldn't tackle it. Which also is like, if you then read leaks how this was supposed to be a supernatural game, and then they just rewrote it to be about, mental illness to have a more interesting angle to put it on. Yeah, that makes sense. It's still shit. It was kind of that. I mean, here's the thing. That's a problem, Claire. I know people try to interpret things, but the sad part is, from what some people said, this was literally her being like realizing, oh, it's all in my head, and she started being cured. This is actually what they wanted to say with that. It was like, holy fucking shit, is that bad? Let's get some fire out here. Oh yeah, it's kind of wild to just hear from you like, oh no, they just make everything real in the second game. We're just like, you could have not made it do that, you know? The maps look way prettier though. Holy shit.
Keep moving the pack, closing in on the checkpoint.
I think, you know, yeah, with them I probably go for an assault rifle. The MP90 isn't doing it. Still, it's like, great. But here's the thing, if you're saying, oh, it's Game Pass, you know, everyone is playing at the Game Pass, I don't doubt you, but that's not the point. The point is that everyone is currently playing it on Game Pass, which makes it a problem. Like, the thing, I heard some, you know, numbers thrown around, but apparently 80 million was put in this. That's a lot of money and a lot of development time for a game that probably won't make any money through sales really, and won't, you know, probably also won't get any big things up for Game Pass.
Ah, that new loadout smell.
That's like, that's bad, right? Like, here's the thing. For Microsoft, you need to do either two things at this point. Either your game sells really well, apparently, you know, so that you're like, oh hey, you get in the investment, and even then, as you saw, games can sell and still you get axed. But what is, but like, they should, I guess, but I guess this is a final, let's grab all the money to make like a really fucking nice tech demo and run off. But yeah.
Got that napalm you requested.
Oh yeah, not that fast. No. I don't think that's the case, but like, because like, you know, usually shutdowns happen in waves. And what I can see is they will probably be put on, you know, I don't think that they, what I can see though is that they probably have what I can see is that they probably will port their game. They probably are still working on the next title, but here's the thing. If that title isn't done in like, doesn't have any major progress in the next years or like a fast timeline, nah. They're getting the boot with the next cut, because here's the thing. What a lot of people forget is that the Activision acquisition punched such a gigantic fucking hole into, you know, the budget of the Xbox division. Like, such a gigantic hole into the division budget. Call of Duty will not fill that for the next years. And you need to keep in mind, Microsoft is already going and saying, hey, port games to the PlayStation, you need to make some fucking money. Yeah, if it was healthy, but here's the thing. People forget that the Bethesda spending hasn't come in. They have to kind of get the Bethesda and, you know, Call of Duty spending in.
I'm dying here.
Both. And those were big numbers. Big numbers. Yeah. And that's the thing. They probably are still sitting on something. They probably have, you know, not really greenlit, but they probably don't have it greenlit, but they are probably having something to work on right now. Something. Yeah, Bethesda is not working fast. There's a reason Microsoft is basically saying we want to license out Fallout 5. Like, I don't blame them. I don't fucking blame them. Right now, Fallout is the more liked, is more liked, more interesting for people.
Send that package.
Rolling on the target.
But frankly, oh, true. It's just there's a lot of it's just a lot of shit going on right now, you know, and like screaming Game Pass is like, sorry. We know from Jason Schreier, Game Pass subscription have flatlined for the last years, sorry. Just there, nothing either pushed, you know, console sales or Game Pass sales. And Game Pass just keeps making steady money, meaning there will be no direct money from, you know, Hellblade 2 at all except the sales. And the sales, as you can see, are bad. Oh boy, are they bad. Are they bad? That's the thing, yeah. I know people are like, oh, I'm playing it on Game Pass. Like, probably a bunch of people are playing it, but let me just tell you, a lot of people are not playing at all. If you, again, if something comes out on the subscription service and on the platform to buy, you need to have, you basically have a barometer about, like, hey, how much do people want to own this game? Now, the thing is, right now, that number is, let me check,
Nothing cleans like birding.
up to 3,000 people playing it. So, that is a number, but that is a fucking low number for a launch day. And you know what? When people keep telling, but you know what? You're posting it like at 4 a.m., which is, here's the thing, America. You're not the fucking world. There will not be a huge influx of American people just swarming the Steam servers and proving me wrong. Same with people saying, but Europeans are working. A lot of them aren't. And there will not be a huge influx of European swarming the servers. Also, there's still Asia, and apparently it sold nothing there. Because not a lot of people play it. But then like, but you know, it's just low that happens. Okay, then why the fuck does Ghost of Tsushima have over 40,000 people? Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can say what you can say a lot, but like, Ghost of Tsushima is like a 4-year-old game. Yeah, a 4-year game re-released on PC. And a fuck ton of people are playing that. Yeah! Like, you should not lose against a 4-year-old game. But here's the thing. Then we get to the second... then we get to the second defense I keep hearing. And that is... well, the game is actually not important. Okay, fuck, here's the thing. Do you hear yourself? Why the fuck do you come into my fucking mentions? Again, barely 600 people following to tell me a game is not important actually, but you know, do you care about it? Like, I am sorry, what the fuck? Like, here's the thing. You cannot fucking gaslight me into being like, actually, the game was never announced to be big or important. It was. I watched that E3 show where they literally went and screamed at the mass like, we are doing Hellblade 2 and it's gonna look amazing. It was the same way they announced, you know, The Outer Worlds 2. So that game has been silent for years. And if you're saying, yeah, but you know, they need to be doing Avowed first, then why the fuck did they announce The Outer Worlds 2? Almost as if, you know, Microsoft just wanted some fucking names on, you know, on a big screen. And that was it. But yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be. It should have been just a nice game, wouldn't push as big showcase early before Bethesda and Activision acquisition. But when they didn't have many, yeah, that literally happened. They bought studios with IPs, then pushed for sequels to said IPs. And then, when you know they, and then when they bought Bethesda, it was like, ah, you know what? Now everything is Starfield. We don't need you actually anymore. Oh, hey, what's up, girl? Yeah, that is. It is very much like. Oh god, yeah. It's just. It is so depressing, you know.
Nothing cleans like burning.
Yeah, that's the thing. They probably had already raised the scope of the visuals to a point that inflated the budget. Yeah, likely. Because here's the thing. Microsoft bought a bunch of studios and now they don't know what to do with the fuck they want to do with those studios. I mean, another thing I want to point out is, remember that they actually did a different game before that? I don't know the name anymore. It was basically, you know, off-brand Anarchy Reigns. It wasn't as good as Anarchy Reigns because, you know, one is a Platinum game, you know, Heyday Platinum Games game, and the other one was, well, Ninja Theory. But it was still, you know, it was still something. But you know how much they advertised it? They basically threw it out and nothing happened. So they had a multiplayer arena brawler. Oh, it is very much Call of Duty meets Overwatch. Meets basically a bunch of stuff from Ubisoft games like, fuck. I'm currently playing someone from, I played someone from, the Ghost Recon Phantoms. This reminds me of Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Actually, Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. It's Wolfenstein Enemy Territory, by the way. Oh, Wolfenstein Enemy Territory is so good! But yeah, as you can see, you have like the cleaners from the Division, you have Echelon from Splinter Cell, you have Libertad from Far Cry 6. So basically, you know, the hero skills are factions, and yeah, good night, Voxel Cat. Hope you have a good sleep. And the and basically the gameplay and loadout system is Call of Duty, and it's legally distinct. It's play of the game, not play. Totally different. Honestly, a lot of games have that right now. God damn it. But yeah, as you can see, you have DedSec from Watch Dogs, you have Echelon from Splinter Cell. It's like a bunch of stuff in there. Does this X your device? Hello, Lena. Welcome. But yeah, no. And now I'm getting screamed at by people who say that I'm just stupid because, you know what, let's do zone control, which is kind of the variation on payload. Yeah, it's supposed to be XD actually. And I'm not joking, it's supposed that actually. But yeah, it is wild because, you know, when you come to me, and again, Microsoft advertised Hellblade 2 as a big title in their roster, and then they dropped it. It's just like, and then people come, no, it was never important to begin with, so having like basically just a you know 1,700 or 3,000 players is actually amazing numbers. The fuck? I've had that multiple times. People tell me, oh no, this is actually not a big game. You are the idiot. I'm like, what the fuck? Let me tell you, no game that Sony would ever bring out, just to be clear here, that would underperform like that would get the same treatment. No one in their right mind would be like, oh hey, this game is just like, no. Like, the fuck? Let's see if that works actually. Like, that's the thing, you know? If you tell me the game is actually, you know, supposed to be small scale and 3,000 players is, you know, really good, the fuck? And then we come to the third point that people always bring up. I just hate it. No. Again, I have my critiques of the work of Ninja Theory. They're not by far my most, you know, a developer I really like. I continually say they're basically off-brand Capcom with a lot of bad ideas, you know, mainly being shown, you know, when they had a games developers conference talk where they said Dante shouldn't look like a gay cowboy, which is A, not understanding Dante, but also kind of homophobic, so like that probably didn't change a lot considering this is a British studio and like, sorry, there are not good politics currently going around on Turf Island. So the game is supposed to be small scale, not the audience. Yeah. That's the thing, right? The game was supposed to be small scale. Gay Cowboy is redundant. It's off-brand, not right now, yes, but before that, you know, basically all their games before that, you know, up until Devil May Cry, were kind of riffing on Capcom stuff. Like, Heavenly Sword was kind of trying to be, you know, Capcom / God of War. They had, again, Odyssey to the West was like, also kind of being their own take on Asian mythology with, you know, they tried a bunch of stuff in that direction, and it was always, you know, a mixture of their writing was never really where they wanted it to be, and their gameplay was also never where they really wanted it to be. It was serviceable, but it always, you know, dwarfed, you know, beneath everyone else. And then you had Devil May Cry DMC, which was alright. I know everyone is like, Remember Me was a copy of a lot of things, really. Remember Me is a game we joked about constantly back in the day, but like, it existed. It was cool though. But no, Ninja Theory was like, they tried a bunch of stuff. Like, again, nearly every game I saw of them was like, oh, let's take a, you know, a concept from a different... Yeah, DMC was like, the problem was with DMC, they actually had to, like I think this is the thing. No more cool vibes, just rancid vibes. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, the problem with DMC is that, and like, they had a lot of cool visual concepts in the game, but the best this game would probably ever have is if Capcom decides to make like, you know, a Devil May Cry verse game. Oh, nice! They have a Far Cry 6 map. As I said, this is basically their Heroes of the Storm game, and That's new. Haven't played that one yet.
I'm with you.
Thing about remember is no one did.
Players have their eagles' nests. Guerrillas have their capture zones. Tres, dos, uno. Óyeme, we need you to keep the capture zone secure, even when it moves.
Yeah, that is true. But like the thing is just
Enemies on the zone.
again, I don't really.
Zone contested. We're on the zone. Aha! Took 'em out.
Unity was just P 2000. We don't need those silly Japanese anymore. Finally, glorious Western games have arrived. Libertad is very much my go-to action. A, because I can heal people. B, I can heal people. C, they have hot girls. Yes. Okay, you know what?
Capture zone is moving.
I'm having I'm breaking a leg. Basically, I think every girl in every faction is kind of hot.
Zone is in
Like,
danger.
here's the thing. They put her in like a fucking cleaner outfit and a hazmat suit. And that still is kind of a look, you know? And you have her. That
Capture
is
zone contested. We're
like
on the
Gorgon
zone.
is a fucking vibe. Like, that's the thing with Ubisoft games. Sometimes they come around and they just fucking nail something. I hate the fact that Ubisoft just sometimes comes out with swinging, just like, hey, remember that we can make really good games? I'm like, Ubisoft, stop doing that. You usually put out sloppy. Why do you keep saving your reputation by having really good games in between? You know, DedSec and also Echelon. Again, really good girl designs.
Capture zone is changing location.
It was shit at the time, just gets worse and worse and worse as time goes on. Yeah, that's it's just, I don't know how to point being anyone. I don't want to be that favorable, but like, it's like, but yeah, super cool hot character curse to be in an Ubisoft game. It sucks, you know, but like, I mean, eh.
The situation has changed. Capture zone is moving.
But yeah, again, when people come to me and be like, oh hey, it's just this weird thing when I think about, you know, Microsoft, because like, yeah, they just let their games currently die. They just let it fucking die. And now again, my mentions are full with people telling me, you know, oh, you're just negative. You're the thing that makes, you know, the gaming community toxic. And like, here's the thing: if you want to go to bat for, you know, a giant corporation, silencing everyone to pretend that everything is all right, you are actually the problem. Because here's the thing: Ninja Theory does not deserve to go out like this. I think their games are not good in a lot of ways, and the biggest thing they did with Hellblade is finding an angle that kind of made them immune to criticism, because, you know, it was just like, oh yeah, you know, you criticized the game on being like they don't really represent mental illness that well. Well, you know what? Fuck you. At least they tried to tackle it. Also, you were sticking it to the big guys, you know, by buying a $30 game that said we are on the same level as AAA games. That was their marketing. That was literally their marketing, and it worked. Everything was just twisted around the fact that, you know, they presented them as, you know, the underdogs, and criticizing a game on its own merits became an ideological battleground because, well, suddenly you were one defending the big guys. That sucks. But here's the thing. A studio should deserve to go under on their own merits. No one should be arguing on behalf of a major corporation who isn't collecting a paycheck. Yeah. I mean, hey, if Ubisoft is giving me a paycheck, I'd probably argue for them. I mean, would it? What? Yeah, it would need to be a good paycheck for me to actually get one from Ubisoft. Wanting to get one from Ubisoft. But again, if it's a good paycheck, I consider it. What?
You forgot one half of your name.
I want to get to that. Because I just want to currently talk about the people who, try to defend it. Because, like, again, if they fuck up, they should just, go under on their own merits. But, like, this right here is just the perfect example of the game was not advertised, the game was, just put out for $50, and also you've been spotted.
Huh?
Agonia spotted in the chat.
No, just her.
Ooh. Sonar spotting?
I'm invisible.
What?
I'm invisible.
Agonia hurt. Agonia striped. So this game's just Ubisoft Smash Bros. Counter-Strike. It's Ubisoft Smash Bros. Overwatch, because it also has a payload mode, but we get that back to that. Not so, Call of... Again, this was made by xDefiant devs. Like, this is so ironic, Basically what happened is that, a bunch of people from Infinity Ward after, Infinite Warfare, by the way. Infinite Warfare. Got basically kind of pissed off with Activision, understandably, and so they left and founded their own studio at Ubisoft to make this game, which was basically their original pitch, just being like, hey, because basically they wanted to make a Call of Duty game, with factions from Call of Duty, get that, with a payload and an arena mode. And when Activision was like, no, you're not gonna do that, we want, MW19, they basically were like, fine, we go to Ubisoft, and we do it with their factions. And this really feels like Call of Duty again. And I mean like Call of Duty from before MW19. Yeah, it was done by pissed off devs, but pissed off devs sometimes do some of the best work in the video game industry. Damn it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were a small studio, now they're big. But, like, that's the thing. It fucking sucks that Ninja Theory is going under because Microsoft just doesn't care about them anymore. Okay, so just so you know, they, I think they wanted to have, so there's Cordis D from Black Ops 2. There are some, basically the faction around Makarov from MW3. they had a bunch of factions, you know. But yeah, that never really went anywhere. Kinda sucks. And I think the irony is that, you know, they wanted to make this crossover Call of Duty game, and Activision didn't want to do that. So now they made a crossover Call of Duty game with Ubisoft characters. You know, let's just play 3 modes of Arena and then we go into payload mode again, or, you know, control mode.
I need a medic. Swapping mags. Securing the zone.
Still, it's kind of weird. And then, you know, the irony is Call of Duty then hired a bunch of people coming from Fortnite. And look at Call of Duty now. They have fucking Gundam skins and they suck. Like, still, it is amazing to me that Ariel, Gundam Ariel, is in Call of Duty before she was in Gundam Evolution. The fuck happened there, Bumco? How the fuck did you... How? And it sucks because in Call of Duty she's just a fucking player model in an otherwise realistic game. Just... And you know what? She's fighting shitty space marines that look like they post on 4chan about women at 3 AM in the morning. Like, wait, because they paid money, and I guess Gundam was a big enough brand, so they put out money for that. Atari becomes corporate, employee creates Activision, Activision becomes corporate, employee creates Ubisoft, Here's the thing, Ubisoft really isn't like a good company, but... You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you here. Ubisoft kinda just has this formula of being like, we're selling, you know, an idea that sounds really interesting, and then it's, you know, the same structure, and every few years in between they bring out this one game where you're like, oh yeah, right, I forgot, Ubisoft actually makes good games. I think it's still in private hands. So the irony about Ubisoft is that no matter how shit some, you know, things are at their place, maybe it got better, maybe not, who knows. It's still kind of a company where, you know, they did they actually cut studios? Actually, let me remind me. Nearly every studio had layoffs. Did Ubisoft have layoffs? Because I try to remember and I feel like they actually didn't. Which is weird to say if you think about it for 1 second. Anyway, from the same quadruplets. Currently, Arthur can integrate all this. Yeah, here's the thing. Fortnite is really based around that. And also, here's the big thing about Fortnite is, A, it's cartoony and also based around things smashing together. That's cool. Also, I love that they say where the maps come from. That's actually really, really neat. I do wonder what kind of factions and stuff comes in later. But, the thing is, 1,700 layoffs. Oh, fuck, that's a lot. God damn it, Ubisoft. Now let's play Echelon. Do we want info or get info? Let me give me info. Give me info. Barrel, recon barrel, movement speed down. Do I want movement speed?
Domination. I'll take 3 objectives on your op stat. Assault
really.
them at your discretion. Three, 2, two. One.
After this one, we
Your
will
mission
change back
is
to the
secure
objective
the capture
modes.
zones. Friendlies capturing Zone A.
Turn that since okay, that's definitely less.
Zone secured.
Okay, because I was like, holy shit, 1,700. That would have made numbers, you know, considering the 1,900 of Microsoft. Like, that was a thing. But if it was since 2022, it sucks.
Friendlies
But
going for Zone B.
spread out, it's at least less. Oh yeah, I heard that it's coming back, which is still wild that this game just stopped being a thing for a while after receiving an award. And on all layers. Doing apparently better than the rest of the industry. But I guess not.
Capture zone contested.
But I guess knowing what to invest in?
Hostile suppressed.
They had to... I mean, they also majorly reworked it from what I heard, but porting it from one engine to another is also just holy shit.
Revealing enemy. Deploying frag.
They did, yeah. Ubisoft definitely is more like, hey, annually we have a big title, but it's more like, oh yeah, we now have the Far Cry and you know, and an Assassin's Creed. Yeah, really? It's just one? Holy shit. I mean, there was Origins and stuff, but yeah, after Valhalla, it slowed down. So, you know what the funniest part is? The less Assassin's Creed they release, the more I kind of wanted to try Valhalla. I know, wild, but I kind of wish they would release a GOTY version, so, you know, I can at least go and, you know, play the full game with the Season Pass. I think they knew about Unity download shit, and because of that reason... Well...
Capture zone contested. Friendlies going
Oh,
for
yeah.
Zone B.
But yeah, just going back to the topic. Here's the thing. There's also one thing I noticed. With a vast majority of people. You know, being in my mentions around about Hellblade 2. Like, it's so funny. Again, I got another people who are like, massive, you don't never played the first Hellblade game. Ironically, I didn't. I watched the playthrough, that there was not much different. But still, the irony is, for me, no, Microsoft did announce it as a big headline title for their console. You don't get to change, like, this is just this is not even moving the goalpost, this is moving the whole fucking stadium.
Deploying
Like,
frag.
I'm sorry. I was there. I saw that E3. I restreamed it with people. Hell, I even remember it was E3. That shit is dead. Okay?
Friendlies
This
going
was an
for Zone
announcement
B.
from ancient times.
This is a rough op, but you're a
The shields in the game are so funny, they do not match the aesthetic at all. Well, it's because the shield faction is again Ghost Recon. It's the Phantoms from Ghost Recon who are from Ghost Recon Future Soldier, which, again, wild to see they come back, but I like Future Soldier
Friendlies
actually.
on Zone C. Zone B is vulnerable.
I guess, you know what, here's the thing. At least the title looks interesting. Having Yasuke as a playable character? Sure, why not? That's something. That's a setup. Oh yeah, have a good well, I shouldn't say have a good time, but stay safe and stay healthy, Soft Girl. It's a good, yeah. You know what? Here's the thing, everyone wanted an Assassin's Creed in Japan. I totally get why they avoided it, because it was such an obvious idea. But also, now that a lot of people did it, I think it actually is a good time to, you know, to have their hand at it. Like, it honestly sounds like the best they could do, and, well, Have to see how that turns out.
We're winning. Keep it up, Agent.
Gathering intel.
But yeah,
Zone C is falling. You're transmitting great intel. This is a war zone. Secure all the zones. This should be familiar territory. Zone compromised.
ooh, MP7, yes. Let me take the MP7, please.
Zone B is vulnerable. Heads up.
Like they bring back
I'm
the multiple
detecting
protagonist
our
idea
sonar
from
tech
Sin
in
Negative.
enemy
Yeah, it's
hands.
neat. Again, who knows? From what I saw after Far Cry 6, the quality of their games have improved, so...
Scanning for hostiles.
We're securing Zone A. Loadout updated. Friendly locking down Zone C.
Oh well. But yeah, one thing besides, you know, people being so angry at me for pointing out that Microsoft really fumbled the bag with Hellblade 2, and that sucks. Like, again, I am not even remotely being angry at the game or trying to talk it down, because that's such a wild ideological reflex reaction, because it's like,
Zone B compromised.
my whole tweet was set up as, this is sad. But you know, the overwhelming majority of people that I hear in my comments and quote tweets are just like, wait, the game is out?
Revealing enemy.
Like, holy fucking shit.
Allies on E.
How the fuck? Like, I mean, this isn't jokingly. I think a few people did jokes, but those were the minority. Like, again, most people I see online that respond to my post about the game not having a lot of players literally go,
Friendly
wait,
moving on.
what? Someone literally was like, the fuck? I thought this was out in October, and like, yeah. A bunch of people apparently thought it was out in October. Because, here's the thing, Hellblade, again, was advertised as one of the new big things from...
First aid.
About
Revealing enemy.
one of the new big things from Microsoft.
Zone ready.
Now it isn't. So obviously there a lot of people are like, what the fuck is going on right now? Fumble the bag is generous, honestly. Drop the bag in the dirt when I found a nicer one is more accurate. It was probably also the duffel bag from Fallout 76.
Zone
I shouldn't be that harsh, but like,
mission success.
yeah.
It's almost like you've done
It
this
was
before.
literally, they bought these studios and their IPs, and then they were able to then they were able to slap so much money on the table for Bethesda. They just dropped all the studios and the plans they had. And then when Starfield didn't and Bethesda didn't manifest into anything, and Call of Duty suddenly was available for a shit ton of money, because again, Activision was only sold because Bobby Kotick wanted to avoid court. Keep that in mind. If Activision was not sold, Bobby Kotick would have been dragged to court over shit like someone died. Remember that. This is why Activision was sold at all. And again, and what happened then? Basically everything that was not Fallout from Bethesda, which is ironic because again, Fallout wasn't even the biggest selling game from Bethesda. They were branching out from big brand games early on in gen, buying accordingly, but then they thought 2 publishers, now it's back to a massive mega hit IP, only bullshit. Here's the thing, Claire. I don't actually think they ever wanted to branch out. They actually thought they would have big hits. The only thing was, before the Bethesda acquisition, they were obviously, you know, buying publishers with names. They didn't know what was actually a big hit. Again, Hellblade 2, and I would agree with that, was never going to be the next The Last of Us. Obviously not.
Let's get it.
But also, they advertised it as that. Because Microsoft isn't run by people who understand gaming. So when you're saying, oh well, they bought a bunch of non-big brand games, yes, to us, to them those were big brand games. You know what the irony is? The Order 1886 probably has, you know, more gameplay. And also probably, like, the irony is, I keep seeing people that want a sequel to the Order 1886. You know, with time, money, and a longer runtime. Oh yeah, that studio is actually... Wasn't it bought up by Face? I don't know. They started making VR games. But still...
Capture zone contested.
The big difference is that with the Order 1886 they were an independent studio. Yeah, I don't get why they were owned, but seriously, this is so... I think from what I heard, there was some bad blood between them and Sony, you know, after the Order 1886, because I think Sony wanted them to make a sequel and such, but... Still. It's just... It is kind of depressing to see what is currently going on. But yeah. Again, most people in my mentions were like, the fuck is the game is out? Which is just like, yes, I know we were joking about the marketing being shit. But like, holy shit, the marketing was shit. Like, the marketing was ass. It was not...
Don't let the enemy touch our swords.
I mean, it's not that it wasn't there. So, since 2 weeks, we have been basically binge rewatching Dr. House. Good series. And now, since Amazon decided to have ads on Prime, which is like, I guess Prime is just TV now, I don't know. Still, we can watch Dr. House. I don't care that much.
Unlock the new zone. Gotta defend it.
The thing is that, like every second episode or so, in one of the 3 ad breaks, with multiple ads, we saw like one Hellblade 2 ad. That is fucking nothing. And also, holy shit, can we just talk about the fact that Microsoft apparently does not understand marketing at all? Like, here's the thing. You'd think they look at stuff like the Fallout series, and like that a lot of people started playing Fallout 4 and such again, and Vegas again, and be like, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe we should start getting to avenues. They'd be like, hey, Katana 1988, damn it. Apparently, but here's the thing: shit like word of mouth is way more like. You still need to market your game. Like, you know, best example is this year, Helldivers 2 for a lot of people came out of nowhere. Helldivers 2 had a lot of shit put into their marketing, and that people knew what Helldivers was, which is why people played Helldivers to begin with, and then, you know, because it was also a good game, a lot of people posted posted about Robot Vietnam online, and that got viral, and then more people bought Helldivers 2. But again, the first step was advertising on routes that people actually watch. I doubt a lot of people currently watch ads on Amazon Prime because they're like rewatching a series or so. Damn it, this mod is really not okay, sorry. Sorry, we need to adjust that because, you know, MP7, you're good. Chris Vector, hello.
Zone contested.
It depends. But like, you know, let's just appreciate that we have a Chris Vector. It's a Chris Vector. Yeah. Only old people watch TV. Everyone uses adblock. Yeah. Yeah. Like, sure, the thing is, you could say I'm old because we are basically watching on our TV and we don't have an adblock on there. But what the fuck? Again, if you just hear that from me, that again, Amazon Prime, you had ad breaks for that. Probably someone at Microsoft was like, well, this was a pretty standard advertisement campaign. Yes. Pretty standard isn't good enough nowadays. Because a lot of people don't have again, not everyone has unlimited money and time. Even a small game like Hellblade 2 needs to be fought for. And currently, this month alone, I planned on getting Pro Country. I think about getting, a few add-ons for X game on sale, so that's just $15. It's not much, but still, it's $15. I have to plan that in. And at the end of the month, there is Selaco. I'm sorry. That will take my time and money. Yeah. My aim is shit. But it isn't the Chris Vector great? My mentions on Twitter are being destroyed by angry people, even though I've not even been that negative, because, I pointed out that not a lot of people play Hellblade 2 on PC right now. Which is like, hey, I hate that fact. I want that more people play it. But if you just attack people for pointing out something isn't going well right now...
Protected at all costs.
Yeah, it's $50. But also, Katana, I'm playing xDefiant, and this shit is... This is a game I wanted to have for so long, and going back to Payload because I like Payload more. This mod is nice, but again, Payload. I'm here for Payload because I love Payload. I'm a Payload person. Enemy Territory was one of the best game series of all time, and I fucking hate the fact that... Oh yeah, you know what? From what I know, the Enemy Territory series is still in... I think the title is owned by Bethesda. Here's the thing. For some utter bumfuck reason, yes, I know Quake Wars had its own problems with, availability. By the way, Quake Wars is off the stores, Enemy Territory Quake Wars is off the stores because of licensing issues between Bethesda and Activision, which, could be resolved now, but, Anyway, the thing is, so I'm still amazed that no one ever came Bethesda came to the idea of making enemy territory Fallout. You're probably just looking at your screen right now and being like, enemy territory Fallout? What? Here's the thing. Dirty Bomb was one hell of a good game. I don't think we need to discuss that. Dirty Bomb was one hell of a good game. But here's the thing. A multiplayer shooter with, some customization, weapon building and stuff in the Fallout universe? You'd probably be like, but who would it be about? I don't know, start with the NCR versus the Brotherhood of Steel, then throw in the Enclave as a faction, then throw in other factions. Just build it up. You could literally have a multiplayer game, okay, of NCR versus Caesar's Legion. You could fill with a multiplayer game, because there were more small skirmish battles usually. You could fill in the blanks between, Fallout 2 and New Vegas by, I don't know, having some fighting between the factions. But apparently that never happened. The only Fallout multiplayer game we got was, well, 76. I can't say much about 76 other than a lot of people on my timeline actually loved 76 now, so probably have to play it. But yeah.
We need you to capture more zones than the bad guys just did.
Really, we need to capture more zones than the bad guys just did? That's a full thing to that is a thing to say.
Capture zone contested.
Damn it. One of the lines ever written. Yeah, it is definitely one of the lines ever written. But still, oh.
Refreshing.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, Fallout, enemy territory Fallout. Shit would work. People would definitely like to play that. Like, you could go so fucking crazy because again,
There'd be a lot fewer goose-stepping fascists in the world. Good kill. Capture zone contested.
Like-
Capture zone is ours.
remember how Caesar's Legion was so, like there was concept art of Caesar's Legion having like chariots drawn by motorbikes? That is so... you could have had that. Honestly, I hate when multiplayer games like this take gaming codes like that and try to make them diegetic.
Take the zone.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, nah. They can have their place, but also like, yeah. I generally like the fact that this is, again, factions from, Ubisoft games, so they have some identity, and, you could be like, oh, hey, again, the Phantoms from Ghost Recon are in here. I did not expect the Phantoms from Ghost Recon to be in any game ever again, but they are here. And this is probably kind of good, because, again, if you're, let's say, remaking, making a new Splinter Cell game, and you're having already a game where people can, play Echelon, that's neat. Also, look how the yellow paint is everywhere again. Hey. Yes! Yellow paint! it must cover all consumer. I still love the fact that, you know, that the yellow paint is to gamers what red flags are to bulls. I still love the fact that Capcom took a the Resident Evil devs took a piss out of yellow paint because people were like, no, you put too much yellow paint in Resident Evil 4 remake, and then they were like, here's an expansion, and they're like, everyone's like, why is there more yellow paint? And Capcom's like, fuck you, yellow paint is everywhere now. God damn it, are we... That was just so funny that they did that. Seriously, it was hilarious that they just put more yellow paint in it. Like, it was just like, fuck you. Yellow's your paint even more. Damn it.
Libertad has suffered worse. We won't quit.
Oh, wow. So one of the mentions devolved into some pissing contest, and someone just put it the Nasdaq index of Microsoft. You know, by the way, as a response to someone saying Game Pass is losing their money, which it does. But like, oh, but Microsoft is making money. Yeah, Microsoft is not only Xbox, you fuck. Anyway, holy shit, I am in awe. How? This is just awe. Also, someone tried to post, it's actually around 3,500 now, as a you know, as a response, you know, to actually, I guess, own me, and it's like, those are still bad numbers. And now Xbox has been on spending spree. The higher ups at Microsoft are now looking very closely at their quarterly reason. Yeah, here's the thing. If the fucking irony is, okay, if they didn't start it, you know, to throw around fucking money, a lot, like, the higher ups at Microsoft would probably just be like, yeah, it's not, you know, it's not making the biggest profit, but it's making a profit, so we shouldn't care a lot. But because they started spending all of the money, a real gamer takes int, wisdom, and charisma as dump stats. Okay, Lena, at that point they would still need agility, dexterity, and strength, and they have neither. Can we get some assault rifles? I want to take the ACWR. This is so funny to me. Like, the only two games I know that still have the ACWR, I think, it's just this one gun, you know? It came out back then, you're probably like, oh, but it's just because of old Call of Duty games. Yes! But you know what? Fuck you. I like that gun. I'm still weird about it. to the fact that when I saw that there's an actual, you know, unique skin for it in the next Battlefield event, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm spending my saved up points on those skins because holy shit, I mean, okay, it's the Mandate of Nations also, like... It's the European Union from 2142 revived. I'm just... yes. They make everything the dumpsters and use all those points for feats. Which feat? Which feat? Being shitty to women? I don't think that's a feat.
Because feet's actually good.
Yeah, feats make you good at something at least. The only thing they are good at is not showering, it seems. Yeah, okay, sorry, but a lot of them smell.
I don't know.
Oh no, like literally
You don't smell them.
Okay, you know what? I don't smell them, but they are like
They have shitty opinions.
What?
They have shitty opinions.
They have shitty opinions, and also I've been to Gamescom. Also, not to mention literally the biggest Smash Bros. Biggest Smash Bros. Tournament literally made a rule that participants have to shower before participating. It says a lot, you know, if you have that rule. That rule was made for a reason, is all I'm saying. The big hitter of all that COD is bound by agreement to be on PlayStation for the foreseeable future. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they have a no. Claire. They have the $7 billion investment, and I think how many was Bethesda? Because they have both. Remember, Bethesda has also not made back the money. They have both. And Call of Duty is not like, here's the thing. Call of Duty is probably going to generate a bunch of money for them, but Call of Duty is right now also not doing that well. Like, the reason Season 3 was so fucking loaded with just content was literally because Call of Duty apparently lost players.
Package in retreat.
And so they just, you know, threw out a bunch of stuff to get players back. Helped apparently, but still. It's not doing that well right now. Probably next one might be going better because again, because it's from, you know, Treyarch again, but who the fuck knows actually? Who the fuck knows?
Cinco, cuatro, tres, dos, uno. Move that package or we're done. Finish what we started. Checkpoint cleared. Muy bueno.
But yeah, Call of Duty is bound for the foreseeable future to be on other platforms, which will probably make them a lot of money. But don't forget, it's also getting put on Game Pass. So the next one comes out this year. You know, they're not gonna have a lot of sales. So yeah, it's just not looking well, and I hate that. Because like, what the fuck was this for? We are months, we are 5 months into... Oh, fuck, it's already 5 months? Oh god, I'm gonna be older soon. God damn it. Anyway. What do we have? They laid off over 1,900 people in the beginning. A fuck ton, to the point that the FTC literally went back and was like, hey, that shit was actually not in the agreement. Which is like, yeah, that's bad. And then on top of that, they just started closing studios. You know, Tango Games work is just gone. Like, remember, Shinji Mikami.
3, 2, 1.
Shinji Mikami spent over 6 years of his life trying to build up Tango Gameworks to be a studio where he said they can stand on their own and be, you know, and make good games. They don't need his help anymore because he wanted to move on, but, you know, felt obligated because he founded that studio. So he leaves late last year. Now the studio is closed. The actual fuck. Just the actual fuck. It's just depressing. And again, now I have a shit ton of people in my mentions just screaming how all of that is not important. How the game is like, oh hey, it's not a major hitter, it never was supposed to be. Here's the thing, even if it's not a major hitter, 3,000 people on day one would still be would still be acceptable if they were an indie studio.
No.
And even then it would be like...
Technically, it doesn't matter. The relevant part is how expensive was the game to be made.
Yeah. And if they put
and
in
we
a...
know that.
Yeah.
We know how expensive it
I think roughly 80 million.
Okay.
Roughly.
So, how expensive is the game?
$50.
$50 times 3,000. Let's round up 4,000.
Let's say, let's say 10,000 people bought it. Mm-mm. You can't be mean to Microsoft. They're my emotional support corporate blobo.
Yeah.
500,000 is really not much. And here's the thing. They made Hellblade 1 on a budget. And that costed like 10 million still. That they still had around because they invested in the technology. And they got that money back. No. But you know what? Here's the thing. I kept telling people Microsoft is a problem because they try to present as an underdog while having some of the biggest monetary reserves in the whole fucking industry. And you know what? A lot of people believed them because here's the thing. For a lot of years, Microsoft did nothing. They just bought shit, they promised shit, but nothing happened. Which helped them. Because again, for a lot of people this was more like, you can't disprove that it's not working. Now shit isn't working. And you see the problem. It just became kinda apparent. And yeah, I know. I joked always that... I kept joking that, Phil Spencer has the charisma of a used car salesman, but holy shit. I'm sorry. Oh, fun fact. I think this is actually a raid in The Division. I think 2? Still, I just kind of find it interesting that they turned a raid into, a map that's like, yeah, cool, that's neat. Seriously. I mean, honestly, people gaslit themselves too much into believing Nintendo are the good guys, and they did a lot of shit. Don't trust any of the big ones. They're,
Package. Baby formula formula for guerrilla orphans, okay? Just see it through.
But yeah, the biggest thing to learn is Phil is not your fucking friend. Then I have a guy who has to send him 25 to 30% of his pay for the rest of his life. Oh yeah! It's just like... Again, they use emulators. I think the funniest bit I see is that there are a bunch of people out there who, when you bring up the emulator shit, they say, "Oh, Sony is equally bad. Also equally wants emulators that." I'm like, okay, who DMCA'd all the fucking emulator sites over the last years? Who? I tell you, the name doesn't start with S. Like, again, Sony also sucks. They all suck. They're big companies. They don't care about you. But one runs shit like a mafia. One is literally run by incompetent people that slam their dick in the car door constantly. And the other one just, kinda sucks. But gets way too much shit because I guess they don't try to pretend to be your friend? Is that the difference? Is that it? Because, they sell well, now they're just like, I guess... I don't know. It's kind of weird. The internet is just... that's the thing, I think to sum it up, I'm just amazed by the fact that so many people do want to keep that tiny bit of trying to pretend there is some sort of idealized world where there are good companies. And Nintendo are kindly toy makers, and Microsoft is everyone's buddy, and Sony is, a literal spawn from hell that for some reason just keeps selling? Who knows why? Yeah, no, just... These are not just a PR spin, but run by corporate. Okay, here's the thing, Claire. You know what? Microsoft being your buddy? Yeah, that's definitely their PR spin. That's definitely something that happened because of Phil. Ironically, the Nintendo thing just happens on its own. People just do that. People want to believe that Nintendo is just a very friendly neighborhood company that does nothing but want to make good games. Hey, they certainly make some good games from time to time, but like, holy fucking shit. That's the thing that's the thing that bewilders me the most about Nintendo. They don't even try that. They don't even try to have this kind of PR. People just attribute it to them. Maybe that was still with Reggie a thing, but... No. Since Reggie is gone... Okay, you know what the funniest bit for me is, Lena? It can't be nostalgia. And you know why? Because it doesn't add up. Like, here's the thing.
The package is almost to the checkpoint.
With the little skits, the directs have become way more, professionalized, again, after Iwata died, but yeah, that was a thing. The thing is just, nostalgia for Nintendo is the biggest irony, in my opinion, because here's the thing. If someone tells me, yo, everyone grew up with Nintendo, they are lying. Like, here's the thing. look at where people grew up, what people grew up with, okay? And I can tell you, statistically, most people had at best a Wii. But and also the Wii had shit software sales. So, I guarantee you, most people probably didn't even have many Mario games as a child. Or, you know, at best Mario Galaxy. Which, I mean, it's Mario Galaxy, I'm not gonna shit on that game, it's fine. But, like, most of our...
Move that package or we're done! Finish what we started!
Okay, and even then, the handhelds were mostly Pokemon and not, you know, the rest of the games, like... What? And Pokemon isn't even Nintendo, yeah. I mean, okay, but Nintendo owns it owns it partially,
Now
but
you're on
yeah.
defense. Send the enemy's package back.
Still. From the major consoles, most people had a PlayStation. Statistically, you had a PlayStation. Game Boy, the S3, you know what, a lot of them had them, yeah, but also, again, look at what games, Oh, you know, now, yes, but that's not nostalgia. But still.
If the enemy passes our progress point, they win. So don't let them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason I keep saying the Switch sells because it's a handheld. Because, like, if this is the thing, if the Switch was fully stationary, people wouldn't buy it. I know people keep saying that, but no. The reason I have a Switch is because it's basically a handheld that I can also play on my TV. That is one hell of a good feature, and I like that. The PSP was good, right? Ever think about the fact that the PSP still outsold the 3DS?
Head to the hereafter. Bad guys are almost at our progress point. Regroup.
Going dark.
I just split development of 3D games. Yeah, that sucked. But, like, the thing is, it still had a good library. It was just not that popular. Like,
The enemy is creeping up on the checkpoint. It's not whether you win or lose, compadre. Although you did lose.
oh god. Hideo Kojima is doing more Nazi posting. Yeah, that's true. All their games go on there, so it's just, yeah. You have a handheld, all the games go on there. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, have you seen that? Basically Hideo Kojima is currently like a stone throw away. If I had a car, I could drive to Amrum and just look if he's on the beach. The guy is just chilling with North, you know, in the on German North Sea Island Which, you know, I respect that. Also, you must go. I don't have a car. Sorry, I don't even have the money to rent one. I think the funniest part is that he keeps posting eating currywurst, and like you posted that twice. There's gonna be a you know, a scanned in currywurst next, you know, in Death Stranding 2. I tell you, there's gonna be someone just talking about how simple but good currywurst is, and it will change your life. And you're probably gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Probably combined with the philosophy of nihilism.
Do you know what? That would be so Kojima to talk about currywurst with and nihilism at once.
It would also be very German.
It would be very German, indeed, yes. Currywurst is fucking delicious, though. Oh fuck! He uploaded a video of being like in the you know, in the tray of from a trekker. This is so tractor, yeah. He's just chilling in the front of the tractor. This is so. Are you wondering what currywurst is, Claire? I had it once, but the curry wasn't that good. Okay, so what do you mean with that? So the thing is, currywurst is you know, with curry powder and such flavored tomato sauce, where you put basically a bratwurst in, and you eat that with fries. God damn it, Lena. Like, if you're in Berlin, you can get them, and they're good. They're really fucking good. I mean, when I took Ruben and Zep there, it was like, in the end, I got one, you know, from a local chain there at the station, because I was like, you still have to try currywurst in Berlin. Like, yes, we had good döner and such, but still. When the German market comes back, okay, by the way, you have to order it. If you order it, be sure to say Currywurst Pommes Rot-Weiß. That's what you need. Okay? And you're like, what the fuck do you mean with that? Well, it's currywurst with fries and ketchup and mayonnaise. And then you mix the mayonnaise and ketchup. Thank me later. What?
Technically, it's red one.
Yeah, no, Rot-Weiß, because that's the German word. If you tell,
it's not a German word for ketchup and mayonnaise. It's a German word for red and white. It's just what is meant.
yes, because ketchup is red and mayonnaise is white.
Yes, I know. That's what's meant. That's what's meant by it. But it's still not technically. Yeah.
Right now! This one's mine!
Also just say ketchup and mayo.
What?
You can also just say ketchup and mayo.
New mag.
But that's not how Germans say it. Weird Germans.
Most Germans.
But you know what? If you're here one day, I can maybe take you to Berlin and then you get some good one.
Change your legs. Barrier, go.
the currywurst.
No.
We don't even have a good store for that here.
Yes.
I know, it's weird, you know?
No.
Guerrilla will keep
What do
pushing
you
the
mean?
package, compay.
When you order fries with mayo, you call it pata met, which translates to fry with patat met. I kind of want pat. It's good, you know? It's good.
Chucking grenade.
You know what? Ironically, one of my favorite, you know, sausages is actually French. Because probably a bunch of people will be like, really, merguez? But like, merguez is tasty, actually. Like, is it stinky? Sure. Is it tasty? Yes.
Another checkpoint back.
Oh, nice.
To me.
Le Wüste de la Brat. I mean, merguez is ironically definitely something unique to France. Wait, I think they got it from some... I think they got it from some colony, but still.
No doubt changed.
Sausages are the one area where I must ultimately remain loyal to my homeland. You know what, Claire? You can ever come to Germany and you eat a German sausage? You won't.
Open a can of healer.
Sorry. Wait, is that AK open? God, this is the weirdest fucking thing I'm seeing in shooters over the past years. That they're like, look, here's an AK, and the bolt cover is just missing. Why? Oh, hey. Claire, I'm not saying British sausages. I'm not saying British sausages are bad. I'm just saying German sausages are better. There's a big difference. And again, I don't know, if you ever have the chance, try a merguez. Merguez are actually really fucking good. They're really well spiced.
Package in retreat.
But then again, the best sausage is still Dr. Sausage.
Now you're on defense. Send the enemy's package back.
someone playing Xdefiant block fillers loud?
Don't let the enemy see your last delivery time. Good kill.
I fucking heard some doodling.
Chucking grenade.
There again.
It's okay.
God damn it, this is so disturbingly bad. Yes.
They're almost to the checkpoint. The package is moving backwards.
Salud!
Oh, just 4 long
Let
shot
the
kills.
enemy push the package.
Yeah.
Package is retreating.
But damn, the AK is good. It wasn't as like back in the when I played the Alpha and such. The M4 was actually pretty good. Now the M4 was like fine. The AK really is good though.
Oh, Ultra is charged.
I think I have some sound files still a bit.
Changing mag. Use the medic. Shield up. Changing mags. Help! I'm dying.
This fight's almost over, compay. Hey. Ho-ho! Ultra's ready. The enemy passed the checkpoint. Set up your summit.
Damn it. Ah, shit. So as anyone's, early week have been, I usually ask this tomorrow, but I guess I have to ask it today also because, tomorrow's Crow Country. That's gonna be fun. Trying to get all the secrets. I wonder what you can actually unlock there, because I think, like 15 secrets should be a bunch. So far I just found like some laser attachments for guns, which is like okay. There is a flamethrower, so that's gonna be interesting. Yeah. Oh, I still have to put up the pole if, what is this magnum ammo? This is actually really, just like, nah.
This fight's almost over, compay.
Still have to, probably put up a poll, if you want to see next Sunday, something like Resident Evil, or if I should actually do the Pony Factory. For everyone who doesn't know, the Pony Factory is in the same universe as Squirrel Stapler, so. Oh yeah, I know, I had that map actually. Nice stop. That is way closer to a certain meme that it should be. But yeah, and I had that map. What was it? Nice cock. Really? Nice stop. Nice. You didn't make that connection? I thought my audience would be not here. Just... I guess not. That was a... It's still a meme. God. There was this one YouTuber who always reloads things, and he reloaded a corker and then made an overlay named nice cork, and it's like, god damn it. You really didn't know this was a meme? I think it spawned from being a Shadow the Hedgehog meme even. Just like... Nope. Okay. More wholesome community than I expected. Nice Glock. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, we're playing against Killer Kanickel. Das Killer Kanickel. Oh, God.
Escort. So the enemy thinks they can sneak a package past us. That's cute.
Yeah, it's the fucking carousel. That just toots agonizingly. In pain. Endless
Stop the enemy from
screams.
pushing the package. Show them what real resistance looks like. Aha! Took him out!
Oh well. Fool. Dr. Carousel toots as it pleases.
They're almost to the checkpoint.
Take a deep breath.
Changing mags.
The enemy passed the checkpoint. Set up your sabotage. Guerrilla warfare was easy. There'd be a lot fewer goose-stepping fascists in the world.
That is a line I did not expect to hear in this game, but you know what? That is actually true. Also, Far Cry 3 play. Oh god, will they have a cyborg faction? That would actually be fucking awesome. But yeah, if guerrilla warfare was evil, there would be a lot less bootstepping fascists in this world. That's a line that goes hard, actually. I mean, the line is good.
Don't let the enemy push the
Does
package.
the line go up?
It goes hard at least, because it says fuck fascism. I take my, you know, anti-fascism callouts wherever I can get them.
Package is backing up.
New mag. Barrier up. Chucking grenade!
Package is backing up!
Condition! Critical!
Changing mags!
I do find it interesting that they... how is it called? Is this a check shading reload? You know, the one where you... But, well... So yeah, if you shoot it empty... Eh, well, it is just tag reload. Whoa.
Creeping up on the checkpoint.
How the fuck did that happen? Yeah.
We cleared another checkpoint. The enemy's almost to the delivery zone. Oh, ultra charge! The package is moving backwards.
God, they pushed way too fast through that last sector. Ooh. 8:43 to beat. Yeah, okay, that's doable.
Go on the attack. Onward with the package.
Ooh. Ooh, you can have the gold AK. Bronze, silver, gold. That's similar to that's what Hardline did. It's always funny to see Hardline features pop up all the time.
They made it to the delivery zone last time. Now we need to do the same, but
Chucking
faster.
grenade!
Enemy dead.
Oh. Are you trying to get good materials again before us?
Just the FPS. Because you can't do it.
Oh, thank you.
Only not here on 400.
Oh yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about that. So Claire, you know, remember how the whole grind in Monster Hunter Rise and also World was just kind of shit and agonizing? So fun fact, we're kind of now in the end game thing for Frontier, and what I'm saying, you know, end game is apparently not really that good in any Monster Hunter game.
Lives for your cause.
Frontier is ironically good at it.
At least this version.
At least this final version. Is it a bit over the top? Sure. But it is actually kind of cool. So basically... Wow.
Kind of healers.
Basically, you have two major things you do in the end. It's that MMO. It kind of has to be. Yeah, but here's the thing. A lot of the Frontier people worked later on, you know, stuff like Rise and other Monster Hunter titles. So I'm still so shocked that, you know, the thing they did is just worse. So basically, two major things you can do in the end, quote unquote, end game of Frontier. One is Zenith monsters, and that is kind of what you're working towards. Zeniths are basically their version of Apex monsters. They're just worse. Like they have different looks, different shit. You know, they're just hell, but not that hell. And they come in different, you know, stages. So also you can. So basically, you can sit down and be like, okay, hey, I'm playing Zenith 1, then there's Zenith 2, Zenith 3, etc., etc., etc. So far, so actually kind of fine. It's simple. Also, Zenith's armors are pretty strong.
Closing on the checkpoint.
Like, quite literally, they have, you know, just some baseline stats per thing. They're just good. You want them. So, the thing is, again, Zeniths are just, you know, you play them, you rank up your G rank, you can fight harder versions of them. So far, so normal. The second thing which allows you to, and get this, unlock certain materials for Zenith armor, or just bypass and buy Zenith bypass a material in general with their points, is a feature called Hunting Road. Now, the whole, you know, buying materials, it's like, hey, wait a second, we had that in Frontier, right? We had that in Frontier. So the thing is with the Hunting Road, and this is where it gets interesting, is that Hunting Road is basically a roguelike. So, how does it work? Basically, you just go in with your gear. You do not go in with equipment. Well, items. You don't have items. You have to actually drop all the items before you can go into Hunting Road.
Changing mags.
Because you have a certain amount of points in the beginning, and Hunting Road is basically you buy Hunting Road items to use in Hunting Road. And that is basically
Libertad has suffered worse. We won't quit.
so basically the thing now is, okay, you have a certain amount of points, and you go and you spend them on, you know, items you use during Hunting Road. and then you choose which monster you fight. Everyone gets thrown into the fight, and you have to fight a monster. Now,
There's also some bonus stages and stuff.
there's some bonus stages, but yeah, and some monsters give you more points, some monsters give you, less progress hunting points, because some monsters are harder, some are less. Which again is like different than the whole investigation thing where they want you to grind the shitty low-level monsters. It's like, do you want to tackle the harder monsters, now or later? And the cool thing is that, again, everything is persistent, meaning if you fuck up and lose half your health in a fight, you still only have half your health the next fight. Do you now spend some of the money on good items, or do you use to refill the health, or on other items that could maybe help you kill it faster?
Because part breaks also give points.
Yeah, part breaks give points, meaning you have an incentive of doing shit. Greater than killing great buggies and the zombies 4,000 times in mastering. It is. And Hunting Road goes a fuck ton. Is it the best system? I don't know. I just think the idea of, you only go in with your weapon, armor, and decorations, and you have to do everything else on the fly and have to just survive for as long as possible with friends. That's a thing they should have in the base game. Like, especially if you have, if you do it like, oh hey, you have a more classic Monster Hunter game. You know what? Because it's just in one arena. You know what you can do? You can say, oh, you're part of a caravan or, long-term expedition, and then it's just, arenas based on, all other locales in the Monster Hunter world, just made up ones. Just being like, we're here, you fight this now, we move on to the next locale. You could do so fucking much with that. And those would be arenas, so they're fast and easy to design, actually. You can make them a bit interesting, but still, that would be something. It would be way better than the rest. Fight weak glowing monsters over and over again as the endgame where it was a good idea. That's the irony. If they, if they had made it so that, you fought, different monsters, that you could choose which one do you fight. You want to fight a hard one for possibly better outcome, or, weak one to just get progress, because also there is an incentive that you unlock different materials the farther you are in the hunting road. So, while later on you are probably interested in trying to do a lot of stuff, trying to do the hard ones for points, you also have in the beginning an incentive to go far in to actually make good equipment to then go on longer hunting, on higher risk hunting roads. Seriously, why the fuck is this not a thing they did in Rise?
Escort. We're smuggling a package. Baby formula for guerrilla orphans, okay? Just see it through. Get the package to the delivery zone. Crush any resistance. They're amateur hour compared to us.
Drag out!
Help! I'm in bad
Oh well. Oh yeah, fun thing, I noticed there is a fourth, very small category of people, you know, currently in my mentions, saying, but it's on the top 5 sellers on Steam, which is funny, because that says nothing. Like, sorry, if it's in the top 5 sellers, you would need to ask the question, why the fuck is the player count then still so low? ACR, my beloved.
Now, James.
Get in! To me!
Chucking grenade! Got that napalm you requested!
By the way, the irony is like saying, "Oh, it's a top seller." Ironically, the top seller is apparently the Steam Deck, which is like, listen, I don't want to shit on the Steam Deck, but Valve is definitely just duping the numbers there. You didn't have seen any big sales celebrations of them, just that it's sold solid and well. But yeah, it's not making the numbers. But yeah, also, second place, Ghost of Tsushima. It's weird to be like, oh, it's in the top 5 sellers when it's literally all sold by the competition. Because it just shows everyone else is just currently selling less.
Keep pushing the button. Another checkpoint passed.
Help! I need... Get in! To me!
Ay.
Danger! Nothing cleans like burning!
Flat fuck Friday! Yeah! Like, here's the thing.
Package is moving backwards. That's the wrong way.
That's the thing. When they're like, but it's the top 5 top sellers, that just means a lot less is getting sold right now. You know, between a major release or sales. It's like, again, if you're in the top 5, it just means it really drops sharply after the top 4, after the top 3. That's what it means, because again, if you're in the top 5, you would have more players. Top 5 indicates nothing, it's a percentage shit. Like, I don't know how to say this, but like, do people not realize that there's a reason percentages are loved?
Enemy spy activated sonar tunnel. Had that back when I was KGB. Package is moving backwards. That's the wrong way.
Like, people love using percentages to make statistics seem more important than they are. It's like an old tactic. Ah. Well, that was a nice glitch. I have no clue, actually. Yeah.
Get here! To me!
Did you percentage that 83% made up our statistics? Yeah. I mean, the irony is it's not really made up. Like, that's the thing, you know? Especially if you're in a political environment, lying is kind of the worst thing you can do. Like, if you're caught red-handed with, you know, faking something, making it wrong, you have a problem. But if you present shit slightly different, well, that's not directly lying, you know? It's disingenuous, but, like, here's the thing. For some reason, being disingenuous is legal, while, you know, I mean, okay, lying should be illegal, obviously, but, like, yeah, being disingenuous is legal, which is wild. But I guess people, they do that because, you know, oh, hey, if you could, I guess enough people have, fear that if you can get people for being disingenuous, oh man, you would need to get, you know, get so many people.
Get here! To me!
I mean, I think one of the most famous disingenuous statistics is still the good old, bad old, worst old. You know, how many trans people do suicide? You know, ignoring everything that leads up to that. That's disingenuous. It's fucking disingenuous as hell, but, you know, it's been used. Yeah, technically it's correct. That's why they use it, because being disingenuous is hinges on technicalities. And while I do joke myself that, you know, being technically correct is the best kind of correct, this is more, you know, a thing when you do, you know, shitpost level of stuff. You know? If you, for example, make up a joke about, you know, the more incest is in the story, the more peak fiction it is, and you, it's obviously a joke, but also you probably would be like, wait, what? And then you think about, oh, wait a second, yeah, there is a lot of that stuff in very well-received kinds of work. Which is funny. But yeah, no, a lot of people just are disingenuous with statistics. That's the thing. Again, it's not faking them, it is just being disingenuous.
Now you're on defense. Send the enemy's package back.
Should we, you know what, let's play some shotgun. That's funny. But yeah.
If the enemy passes our progress point, they win. So don't let them.
New mag.
But yeah. Yeah. I wonder if my mentions are still going to be fucked tomorrow. I would kinda hate that when I promote Crow Country. But that shotgun is not... I have to probably sadly say, shotguns are not good right now, I hear.
The enemy passed the checkpoint. Set up your sabotage.
Yeah. Hey, you finished all of Crow Country? Like, I guess you can probably tune into the next ones then.
Changing map. Information. Critical.
God damn it. Yeah. One, yeah, two actually.
Loadout changed.
I think he uploaded two pictures on different days, but yeah.
Creeping up on the checkpoint. Don't let the enemy push the package.
Chucking grenade. I'm dying here.
Package is retreating.
Changing mags.
Oh yeah, did you hear about that one Marvel Overwatch clone that where basically they forced people to get into the beta that they are not allowed to say anything negative about the game? That is just like holy fucking shit.
Condition.
You know what? I'm feeling cocky.
Loadout
Let's
changed.
snipe. With the Morzine. Sorry, but Morzine I got this. I see the scope is working now. You know what the funniest part is? You see this, these are, and this is from Infinity Ward devs, because this kind of scope that you can see around it still and all, was like a big feature they advertised having put into the engine with ghosts.
Bad guys are almost at our progress point. Regroup.
Damn it.
You fought the good fight. I mean, it was an okay fight. Would have been better if you won it.
Deadly Potato Aim is a good name, honestly. Well, that is extortion. Oh, you need to that can curious cost £20. That is fucking extortion. Yeah, no. Oh, headshot kills. Okay. Give the RPKM. Okay, 15 point blank kills. Okay. Oh, I would need to use... I will acquire supermarket buffers and McDonald's sweet curry dip. Honestly, that is actually not the same. Sadly. Oh god, I need to do more with the mag barrier to get her. Oof. Like, you know, I'm gonna put, okay, you know what? I like the angry emoticon, it's funny. It has something, yeah. But you know what? You want to have, you know, Berlin currywurst, the sauce, okay? Listen up. You take an onion, finely dice it. I mean finely dice it. Fine. Very fine. Restaurant fine. You find that. You find stuff to get that. Then 2 tablespoons ketchup. 200 milliliters, you know, blended tomatoes. 2 tablespoons curry powder. 1 teaspoon paprika powder, sweet. A bit of cayenne. 2 tablespoons apple vinegar, 1 tablespoon honey, and then some salt and pepper to taste. You know, in a pot, some oil, onions, you know, diced onions, finely diced onions, really fine ones. And then just slowly add everything. And in the end, a bit of, you know, vinegar and honey to just balance out the taste. And that you do, and, you know, low heat, simmering, and you have it. And then you put, you know, a fried sausage down and, you know, cut up down, and you put that sauce over that with a bit more curry powder. That's how you do it. 2 tablespoons paprika cut. Well, maybe I keep playing over the weeks a bit. I will probably come back to this, you know, if something drops. You know what, let's see what they have planned, actually. So, according to this chart, because again, I will probably play this game a bit more. The roadmap is 4 seasons, okay. 4 new factions, that's interesting. So faction code name Ruby, Buzz, Orchard, Horde. Oh god. They have a pink season though, that's interesting. On per season, 3 weapons, 3 maps, that's a lot. Damn. Well, sounds like a bunch of stuff is coming. I do wonder which one of the new factions there are. That it's still a fuck ton of stuff they have prepared. So yeah, I guess when the new season assassins are coming. Yeah, okay, here's the thing. It's gonna be really interesting to see their rendition of the assassins. Actually, that would be kind of cool if they. Oh god, I mean they already have a cloak one. But yeah, what would the assassins do? Would they have like, you can climb on the on stuff and fall down? That would be cool, actually. Yeah, apparently this game was just delayed a bunch of stuff because they said they had tech issues with netcode and stuff, and it's like, honestly, fair point. Oh god, we would probably also be seeing like a Rainbow Six faction. Like, Assassins in Rainbow Six, yeah, they probably are in there. Which, still, that's... You know what I hate? Kind of the fact that we have a multiplayer shooter and you're like, oh yeah, we have Assassins probably going in there. It's like, yeah, that probably is a thing that happens. Oh, that makes sense with the pink. Yeah. Okay, so I just looked up. Apparently people say the first season is gonna be Rainbow Six, which, I mean, makes fucking sense. The second one is apparently, okay, because they color-coded them, okay? So apparently, the first one is red, that's apparently Rainbow Six. The second one is apparently some, you know, a faction from Far Cry New Dawn. I didn't expect that to pop up, but you know, considering it's pink, and pink was the color of that game, I mean, it could also be Blood Dragon. Okay, Blood Dragon would be jumping the shark very early, but it would be kind of funny. I think Blood Dragon is probably next year or so. But yeah, another Far Cry thing. Then apparently the third season is Assassin. Far Cry Primal would be really funny, but you know, having the Apocalypse people in there is also just kind of funny. I mean, you know what? Still, if they throw in Blood Dragon at some point, I just be like, yeah, hell yeah, fuck yeah, just give me the cyborgs. And then, yeah, apparently this third season are the Assassins, and the fourth season are is Ghost Recon. So, not the Phantoms from Ghost Recon, it's just Ghost Recon, the Ghost Recons. Oh well. You know what, maybe Far Cry Primal will come one day. Right now we have DedSec and like... I don't know, I'm probably gonna unlock DedSec. It's funny. Honestly, I probably just keep that salute because like it you know what? That is such... Here's the thing. In a world where emojis and stuff is over-designed to hell and fucking back, having a simple just walk up and be like, thing on female characters that already look hot, that is not over-designed, it's just like, it's kind of casual, it's just like, no, you just made a hot girl hotter. That is outstanding work from the team. Well, so yeah, that was yeah, xDefiant, once a Tom Clancy game, now a general Ubisoft game, and I like it. You know, if I play a game and not talk a lot about it, but you know, neither negative as it's just like, yeah, I like it. It's basically Call of Duty, but with, you know, factions from Ubisoft. You know, with a bit of Overwatch, you know, packed on top. Probably with less balancing issues because again, it is the gameplay is Call of Duty. It has payload. That's amazing. There's got a lot of stuff coming. Hey, in a few months we will be sitting here and I play an assassin character, it seems. That's cool. Well, yeah, xDefiant. Really fun game. I like it. It's weird that, you know, there's just a free-to-play Call of Duty payload game coming out. It's out. It's there. I like it. It's good. I don't need even to say a lot. Yeah, that's the thing, Claire. It's one of those rare Ubisoft games where, you know, when it was announced, everyone was like, who wants this? Is this going to be good? And now, you know, a few years later, Call of Duty circled down the drain. A lot of shit. Overwatch circled down the drain. Nearly everyone circled down the drain. And it is like Rainbow Six Siege, one of those games where you play it and it's like, yeah, this is just good. This is just astoundingly good and has a lot of thought and care and time put into it to be that. It's weird to say, but you know what? Ubisoft recently has apparently just decided to make good games again. You know, with the recent Prince of Persia's... Oh god, a Prince of Persia faction would also be weird. Like modern assassins, I see that. Prince of Persia? No, still going to be there for the assassins. But yeah, xDefiant. It's good. It's pretty good. Oh well, Rayman faction would be insane. I doubt it's gonna be in there, but I would absolutely fucking love a Rayman faction. Oh well. Yeah. So yeah, this was xDefiant. See you tomorrow for Crow Country. Yeah. And then we need to make plans on what to stream on Wednesday. Yeah, see you all and have a wonderful sleep and yeah, until tomorrow. Good night.